Vola angela o veteranu hoi tabua. Aku do talitaina na barong na Bula FM. Nambandu na sere.
Bula. Alang gono ilutoka do talita ka na Bula FM berarti nambandu na sere.
Ni Bula binaka. Nanreke ngosa Bula FM nga. Na kasi.
Nalang gosa mundu achiwe na Bula FM nambandu na sere nusuri.
Ni Bula binaka. Nalang go Jerry yang melambasa. Do barong na Bula FM.
Bula FM, number 2 and 7.
In the news tonight, vehicle smuggling racket exposed. Man found dead identified. And Christmas payout delights workers.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Edwin Nunn.
Pulavinaka leading the news tonight, the Fiji Meteorological Office says there's a high chance of a tropical cyclone developing later this week, but there is still no confirmation on which track it will take. The Weather Office says a broad low-pressure area is currently located to the far north of Fiji. We now join Felipe Naikaso live from the Nandi office. Felipe, what else has the Nandi Met Office said?
Yes, Odin, this low is expected to develop over this area and move towards the Fiji group by Friday. The Met Office goes on to say that the weather forecasting models are in agreement of the low into a tropical cyclone, but there are currently some differences on the forecast track. Currently, one projected track is that it will move over Vanua level. The others are tracking it just to the west of Viti level. This should be clearer in the next 72 hours, which is on Thursday. The Christmas weather has been forecast to fine but could deteriorate over the weekend. The forecast is that Rotuma could expect heavy and strong winds as early as Boxing Day. The Fiji Met team also says that when the system moves closer to us, we should expect damaging to destructive force winds and heavy rain, which may lead to flooding. Storm surges could also be expected along the coast. Members of the public are advised to remain alert and remain vigilant at all times.
The Fiji Revenue and Customs Service believes it has busted a vehicle smuggling racket which involved some of its employees. Chief Executive Vishwanath Das says they had been investigating the culprits for some time and swooped in once enough evidence had been gathered. A vehicle importer in the Western Division was recently investigated for allegedly smuggling 4 Toyota Hiluxes into Fiji.
Just last week, we carried out raids, and sure enough, we discovered those vehicles. So, if I can say, there's a scam operating.
This was a highly connected network trying to make quick money from the proceeds of criminal activities, importing stolen or written-off vehicles as spare parts. During the investigation, 2 customs staff were also implicated. They were fired on the spot and reported to police.
There has been a collusion with a few of our officers, which we have had to instantly terminate, declaring these imported vehicles as spare parts and clearing it.
The FRCS is also investigating 2 other suspected cases, as well as the fact that vehicle chassis numbers were changed and given a new look to hide the alleged smuggling racket. The body of a man found floating along the Suva foreshore this morning has been identified by his nephew. The deceased was a resident of Kalekana in Lami. A post-mortem will be conducted to ascertain the cause of death. 16 workers from 4 companies received over $10,000 in outstanding pay from the Ministry of Employment today. The payment was made after the ministry received complaints of workers being underpaid. Eleanor Turangaivi reports.
Christmas came early for these 7 workers from a shop in downtown Lambasa after receiving their checks for wages owed to them by their former and current employer.
This company, the workers were underpaid. So Ministry for Labour investigated and calculated the outstanding amounts which were paid to these employees today.
Some of these workers have since been terminated by the company. The payout today has been timely.
$1,347.75. I feel happy, and I want to thank the minister that he has given us these things.
$2,011.50. Just I using my money for my school children.
The 7 are part of a group of 16 workers from 4 companies, 2 in Suva and 2 in Lambasa, to receive a total of $11,302.92 after they were either underpaid or not being paid overtime.
The payments were recovered from the companies by the ministry after the investigation was done. If investigations were not done, then everybody would have been basically sitting on it.
The ministry has conducted over 3,900 labor inspections in the last financial year, and they will continue to visit more companies during this festive season to ensure workers are paid their rightful dues and entitlements. Eleanor Turangaiviu, FBC News.
A 5-year-old girl is the latest road accident fatality after she was allegedly struck by a bus driven by a 32-year-old Serua man. The incident occurred this afternoon at Tokotoko in Navua when the girl and her parents were on their way to attend a funeral. The young girl is alleged to have suddenly crossed the road. The driver remains in custody as an investigation continues. The road death toll currently stands at 60 compared to 66 for the same period last year. Up ahead, former lawyer requests psychiatric evaluation and MOU to enhance information sharing. Details after the break.
Hi, Bula. I'm Shelai from Nandi. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Hi, my name is Sotiama here in Ba. We love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bula, I'm Miri. I'm from Lotoka and I love Gold FM because they play all my classic hits.
Hi, my name is Fiona from Tavua and I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Hi, I'm Ini from Raki Raki. I love Gold FM.
Welcome back. The Health Ministry has one more day to round up its measles vaccination campaign and has increased its house-to-house visitations. Minister Dr. Ifiremi Ungainambete says the target population stands at 380,000 and so far they've vaccinated 325,000 people. Kelly Vadala reports.
Health Minister Dr. Ifiremi Ungainambete is confident they will achieve their vaccination target by tomorrow.
This does not include those outside the target population of 6 months to 5 years and also 19 to 39. Those outside that, for example, those who airport workers, health workers, and also those who are traveling overseas. But the target population is 380,000. And as I've said, we've done 325,000. So there's still quite a fair bit to go. By tomorrow evening, that's the plan. I really need everyone on board to be able to get to this target.
The health teams are visiting the interior villages and outer islands to vaccinate those in need.
The teams are, doing the vaccinations in those areas. So, obviously they comb the hills and mountains and coming back into the informal settlements and going through it. But again, these there are also, a lot of Fijians that are relatively mobile. I'm here up in the north and just going through some of the places in Lambasa town. I really think that we can get more people through it.
Head of Health Protection, Dr. Alicia Sahukan, says teams doing house-to-house vaccinations are targeting people who are immobile.
We're just trying to re-strategize and looking at our numbers right now. If we have outposts that have low numbers of people coming to get vaccinated, we'll close them and direct people to other immunization outposts that are still open in the Central Division.
There are 23 confirmed cases of measles, with the latest being a 13-month-old and a 20-year-old from Saumakia village in Neitasiri. Kelly Vatala, FBC News.
The Suva Magistrates Court has approved a request from former Suva lawyer Shazran Latif and ordered him to get an assessment at the St. Giles Hospital. The accused, who is charged with possession of illicit drugs, today asked to be taken for an assessment. Latif appeared in court and stated he can't get treatment in the remand centre and is in need of such assistance. He appeared on 2 separate drug charges today, one from August this year and the second laid on the 10th of this month when he was allegedly found with 1.8 grams of methamphetamine and 4 grams of marijuana. The accused has been further remanded and both cases will be called again on Monday. The Fiji Revenue and Customs Service and the Republic of the Fiji Navy continue to strengthen their border surveillance partnership. Both organizations signed a memorandum of understanding today to share information. FRCS Chief Executive Vishwanath Das says the agreement will also give leeway to the Navy to carry out some customs roles.
And through this MOU, we are also going to empower Navy officers to carry out some of the work of customs where required. I think in upcoming times, we will see more of, Fiji Islands, sort of opening as ports of entry. So again, we have limited resources, so Navy will take care of those places.
Information sharing is very important, and how we harmonize both resources to better be utilized in a way that we do surveillance and enforce laws within our jurisdictions, particularly within the territorial seas.
Overseas, there will be no rest for thousands of firefighters in Australia this Christmas Day as they race to strengthen containment lines ahead of more dangerous conditions later this week. More than 900 properties have been destroyed and 3.4 million hectares of land has been burnt so far. And now it's time for business with Kelly.
Pinaka Edwin coming up after the break. Business license requirements. And in growing Fiji, villagers benefit from REACH projects. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Shamiza. And I'm Salma. We're from Nandi and we love Mirchi FM because it's hot.
My name is Rajnita Lata and I'm from Vatulaloba. और हम सब मिर्ची FM सुनता है because it's hot. Hi, my name is Vinita. I'm from Lambasa. I love listening to Mirchi FM. It's number one.
Leading business, most of the regulatory authorities have come up with self-imposed requirements in terms of business licensing. Local Government Minister Pramila Kumar says the authorities were using municipalities to do all the compliance checks on their behalf. Kritika Kumar reports.
Minister Pramila Kumar says the Business Licensing Act does not require the checks.
But nowhere does it say in the Business Licensing Act that the municipal councils cannot issue business license just because OHS as well as NFA checks are not made. That is not a requirement.
Fijians who want to start low-risk businesses can do so immediately after the issuance of their license. However, within 6 months they will have to be compliant.
Whether it's a startup or renewal of business, what we are saying that if the premises where the business will operate or is operating, if there is no physical structure change to that building, you don't require NFA checks because nothing has really changed.
Businesses need to notify the relevant agencies if there is a change in their operating structure within their license period. If not, their license will be cancelled.
The easing of the, streamlining the process of business licenses, which is something we look forward to because usually the license period starts on 1st of January, and this will help us and many of the businesses to, and also startups will help the startups to do business easily.
The ministry is making businesses more accountable, responsible and ensuring compliance, and they will also offer discounts and exemptions for business license fees from the 1st of January. Kritika Kumar, FBC News.
And Gary from HFC Bank joins us with the latest from the stock market.
Thank you. Let's review the trading on the SPX last week. More than 439,000 shares were traded in 42 transactions. The total consideration came to over $973,000. 6 listed entities recorded market activity, while 2 noted share price changes. Paradise Beverages decreased by 4 cents and ended the week at $14.86. While Fijian Holding shares fell 45 cents and closed the week at $1.29. Resultant to the various share price changes, the overall market capitalization decreased by 3.33% and ended the week at a value of $3.99 billion. And that's a wrap from our local stock market. Naka.
Thanks, Gary. Here today's exchange rates as set this morning. The Fiji dollar was generally on the rise, gaining against the US greenback, the Kiwi, the Kina, the Euro and the Yen. It lost a little ground to the Chinese yuan. Commodities were mixed. After a week of rising oil prices dropped to near $60 per barrel, gold prices were up at $1,479 and silver rose slightly to $17.19 per ounce. The challenges faced by maritime islanders in accessing government services were seen firsthand by Social Welfare Minister Meriseni Vuniwanga during her tour of the Northern Division. Speaking to Untu district villages, Vuniwanga explained the reasons behind the establishment of the REACH project. Seneni Boyla reports.
Villages often face a lot of difficulty in accessing basic government services, and the REACH project has been helpful in solving this issue.
The district is one of those areas that is quite inaccessible. It costs quite a bit to reach Lambasa town, which is the nearest town center for them to access government services. And REACH, just bringing those services to their doorstep, it's empowering. It changes lives. It just bringing awareness to these communities on the various topics that REACH talks about.
While visiting Winikondi village, the minister urged villagers to take advantage of the project, which includes obtaining marriage and birth certificates, among other social welfare services.
We have seen the challenges faced by villagers while trying to get to the areas where government services are provided. This kind of places is the current target of the REACH project.
The Rights, Empowerment and Cohesion for Rural and Urban Fijians was established in 2015. It is a mobile service delivery approach undertaken throughout Fiji, with the focus to reach the furthest behind first. Sainiani Boyla, FBC News.
And that's it from Business Tonight. Jamie joins you now with the latest in sports.
Thank you, Kelly, and good evening. Up ahead in sports.
Volangwela o veteranu ako Tavua. Ako do talitay na barong na Bula FM nambando na seri.
Bula, ang gono ilutoka do talita ka ng Bula FM bertini nambando na seri.
Ni Bula binaka nanregen go sa Bula FM nga. Na kasi.
Nalang go sa mundo active ng Bula FM nambando na seri nusuri.
Ni Bula binaka nalang go Jerry yang melambasa. Do barong nga Bula FM.
Bula FM, number 2 and 7.
Fiji football has reaffirmed its commitment to developing women's football. Following the Fiji FA Council meeting in Nadi over the weekend, President Rajesh Patel says they want to ensure female players are given the same treatment and benefits as their male counterparts.
And just on parity, that we want to make sure there is no gender differences and that we look at women's football apart from the men's football. We have looked at the allowance for women's football and the girls' football, and the allowance will be given the same allowance that boys and girls' football, the allowances are given. Beach football, we have talked into it, and it's under Jiten Reddy, the chairman, and we have talked to a few of the enthusiasts. We know there's a food and beverage manager in Hilton Hotel, who is an ardent Ajax fan.
Meanwhile, the newly appointed Fiji FA Vice President is ready to serve.
My plans are, I've been told to look after the national team. I'm the national team acting director till we have a Congress in March.
Fiji will also have a full-time futsal coach from next year. Aquila Dama, FBC Sports.
The bad news keeps coming for Manchester United fans. This after the Red Devils were stunned by Watford 2-0 this morning in the English Premier League. USA Sevens winger Perry Baker has made it to the Guinness World Records for the highest number of clean breaks made in World Rugby 7 Series tournaments. Two former Springbok Sevens captains were farewelled over the weekend. Kyle Brown and Philip Snyman, who both retired from rugby earlier this year, were farewelled by teammates. Snyman says he leaves behind a number of influential people like coach Neil Powell, Cecil Africa, and Robert Eberson, who all played significant roles in his career. Tonga is hoping the new Global Sevens League will be the launching pad to a permanent spot on the World Series. Former Flying Fijians and Fiji Sevens coach Wayne Pivac isn't surprised by the appointment of Ian Foster as the new All Blacks coach. Netball World Cup champion coach Nolina Taurua will extend her role as head coach of the Silver Ferns for another year. In today's Play of the Day, Santa's Elves and the Super Rugby players have been hard at work to ensure you know what time games will kick off in 2020. Matches in New Zealand used to kick off at 7:35 p.m, but from next year they start a little earlier. That's it from Sports in New Media. After the break, take a look at the new Google tool that helps you check on your home from anywhere. That's coming up.
रहता है, हमारा नाम उमेश कुमार, हम रहता है लेबू और रेडियो फीजी में हरदम सुनता है, बहुत पुराना गाना लगे और बहुत रोते सुनता है, बहुत अच्छा लगे हमको।
उमेश चंद्रा और कांता चंद्रा हमारा वाइफ है, हम लोग रेडियो फीजी 2 बहुत सुंदर से सुनता है, बहुत अच्छा प्रोग्राम, नंबर 1 रेडियो।
कुमार स्वामी नायक है, गोंगवा लेबू लटोका, रेडियो फीजी 2 में पुराना गाना लगे, हमें बहुत अच्छा लगे। कुमार
Welcome back. In New Media, with the festive season on, we all need to feel secure. This new Google tool helps you check on your home from anywhere with Nest cameras, Nest Hub displays, and Pixel phones that work together. And here's this week's weather with Angie.
Hello there and welcome to the Weather World. It's Christmas week! Yay! Can you believe we're almost ending 2019? I know most, including me, can't wait for some fun during this festivity. In all this excitement, I almost forgot I'm here to tell you the weather news. So let's get straight into it. In the west, it was amazingly sunny. Light showers can be expected later tonight. Eastwards from Pakaba to Siva, it was an all sunshine. The night will see showers. And up north, quite windy with showers in line for tonight. At sea, southeast winds 20 to 25 knots, moderate to rough seas. For the tides, low tide at 11:41 p.m. with high tide at 5:50 a.m. Sunrise will be at 6:28. Now for tomorrow, it's time for a deep breath. A broad low pressure area is located to the far north of Fiji, so low pressure equals to rain. Tomorrow's temps, Lambasa and Lautoka will be warm with highs of 32 degrees. And looking ahead onto Christmas Day, it should be fine, but weather is expected to change as we roll down towards the weekend. So Edwin, hope you bought a new umbrella. And that's all from the Weather World. Back to you.
Thank you, Angie. I'll be sure to keep an umbrella handy. In Fijian Pulse today, we asked, what is your favorite food for Christmas?
My favorite food is bell or the green chicken. That's my favorite.
I really like eating healthy food like boiled fresh fish. There are a lot of healthy benefits that come with eating this, especially with NCDs on the rise. I think it would be great to have healthy food this Christmas.
Roast. I like it roast. I prefer the drumsticks.
I'm a vegetarian, so I told my family that I want to have more than this Christmas.
Fijian authentic dish, because I'm Fijian.
Favorite food for Christmas is lovo because you get to share it with the family.
And in the world of the weird and the wonderful, after all the parties of the festive season are done, what do you think your body needs? Maybe a dry January? And recapping our main stories tonight, vehicle smuggling racket exposed, man found dead identified, and Christmas payout delights workers. For these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM to our poll question segment. Last week, we asked, do you think a local should be given the chance to coach the Flying Fijians? 72% answered yes. This week, we are asking, is a lovo a must to have during this festive season? Visit our FBC website to answer. Our shot of the day, 3 newly born songbirds nestled in a flower garden in Vandra sent in by Atelini. And remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email, fpcnews@fpc.com.fj, or share it with us via our Facebook page, FPC News. You can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FPC News or simply hashtag FPC News. That was your FPC News for tonight, and for me, for this evening, Modemanda.
Hi, I'm Shamiza. And I'm Salma. We're from Nandi and we love Mirchi FM because it's hot.
My name is Rajnita Lata and I'm from Vatula. और हम सब मिर्ची एफएम सुनता है because it's hot.
Hi, my name is Vinita. I'm from Lambasa. I love listening to Mirchi FM. It's number 1.
हमारा नाम सागर रेड्डी है. हम लोग स्कूल में, हम लोग घर में और कहीं भी रहता हम लोग कल मिर्ची एफएम सुनता. गौल टाउन तावा में मिर्ची एफएम दागो मामा.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.